do you ever predict that he may want to come to the Raptors, or do you think he'll ever play with the Raptors being on a team that's good right now? Do you think he'd want to leave that?
Oh, that's a juicy topic, guys, we're getting into. That's why we're doing this, right, Sarah, on Tea Time with
Yeah.
Tommy NBA? I believe he will. I believe SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, will become a Toronto Raptor one day.
I got a big dream and I aim high. Take a risk every time I play dice. I shake 'em up and it's snake eyes. I'm the same guy on the same grind. Busy printing money, watch the paint dry. My intuition told me through the grapevine that I'ma get rich and I ain't lying. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex.
Somebody else beats you. Three on the way. We got it! And they let the greatest player in the game take the game-winning three.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tea Time with Tommy, NBA. I first and foremost want to apologize for my puppy barking in the background. So, just beware, he's only 8 weeks old. He's a little monster when he's alive, as you can hear him.
Sarah's new baby, guys.
He is my new baby, and hopefully one day he'll do a little basketball fan. He is a corgi, so he's got short little legs, so probably gonna have a
Raptor
himself. He could be a raptor. He's like a raptor. His little legs are like a raptor. They really are.
Nice.
So that brings us into today's topic about the Raptors. Obviously, being the only Canadian team in the NBA, we're very proud to support them, and we love our Canadian players. And of course, we want our Canadian players to be on the Raptors. So, Tommy,
Yes,
who's
Sarah.
your top Canadian player in the NBA right now, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. First off, thank you, Sarah, for coming on. It's great to have Sarah, guys, back on Tea Time. It's been years. Glad to have you on, Sarah. All right, the question, yes. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a.k.a. SGA, is the top Canadian basketball player in the world. I want to see anyone who will argue with that. Zero people will argue with that. So SGA, of course, the top Canadian.
Okay, but what makes him the top Canadian to you?
Oh, well, first off, he's the most known, and also he's been scoring lights out for the OKC Thunder. And every time he plays for Team Canada, he is the go-to guy. It is him and Jamal Murray. But during the Olympics of 2024, Jamal Murray faded out of the picture, and SGA stepped up. So if it wasn't for SGA, Canada wouldn't have gone far in the 2024 Olympics. I think he's probably the second greatest. I still say Steve Nash, of course, is the greatest Canadian player, but SGA is the best now. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair to say. There always has to be someone new and upcoming in the league anyways, and as a Canadian. So, obviously you said he plays for OKC right now. OKC did really great this past year, did they not?
Absolutely.
So, do you think him being on a team that just did really great, do you ever predict that he may want to come to the Raptors, or do you think he'll ever play with the Raptors being on a team that's good right now? Do you think he'd want to leave that?
Oh, that's a juicy topic, guys, we're getting into. That's why we're doing this, right, Sarah, on Tea Time with Tommy NBA? I believe he will. I believe SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, will become a Toronto Raptor one day. Now, is he going to do it in the foreseeable future? No, because OKC Thunder are one of the top upcoming teams in the league. He would be a fool to leave them to join the Raptors. I am in no way, Sarah and Tea Time viewers, saying that SGA is coming to Toronto, but I foresee he will come wear the Raptors jersey one day. Why? He was born in Toronto, Canada. He's from Hamilton, Ontario. He plays for the national team. Growing up, one of his favorite teams growing up, cheering for, of course, were the Raptors. So, I mean, he lives right near Toronto. Here, it's going to be, I would highly doubt it if he never dresses up in a Raptors uniform. So I think right now, OKC's upcoming team, he's going to give them a chance. He's going to be a free agent, Sarah, in 2028. So it's far away from the 4 years later. But would I think that he's not going to leave the Thunder to come to the Raptors in free agency in 2028? I think there's a 50-50 chance that Shai will become a Toronto Raptor in 2028. So Masai, hopefully he'll still be our main guy for the Raptors in 2028, persuading SGA to come to Toronto so we can win a second NBA.
Yeah, I agree. And I think his situation will probably be similar to RJ Barrett, where RJ Barrett played in the America,
Yep.
the New York team. And eventually he came back to Toronto because I feel like all the Toronto guys, they're from Toronto. They grew up in Toronto. Eventually, at some point in their career, because they probably were a Toronto fan as a kid, would want to come play with them. And like, who wouldn't want to play for basically Drake's team?
Oh, here we go.
You know, like, who wouldn't want to do that?
Sarah, this thing was going so well, and yet to mention Drake, although I love you, Drake.
But you have to like think of that. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that probably plays a role. Like, hey, I get to play for Drake's team because Drake partially owns the team. He sits courtside majority of the games when he can, right next to the bench.
He is Toronto.
Hey.
I love Drake, but there's him and the Toronto Raptors thing's just it's been going on for so long. I can't stand it anymore. But yeah, you're right. He is Mr. Toronto. Drake is Mr. Toronto, Mr. Canada.
Yeah. So do you think he's gonna help OKC ever win a championship?
Absolutely. I think they have the weapons to do it. They got Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort, who's also Canadian, guys. Believe it or not, Lou Dort is also Canadian. My goodness, Canada basketball going strong. And and then of course you got Aaron Wiggins, as well as they got Alex Caruso in a trade in the offseason, huge pickup. They lost Gordon Hayward to retirement, but Hayward, he was getting old. He wasn't really going to do anything. So yeah, absolutely, they're one of the top young coming teams. I think they're on the collision course, Sarah, with Minnesota Timberwolves with Ant-Man and Cat and Rudy Gobert. So I think they'll stay. But I mean, it's far away from now. 2028 will be the year. We'll see if he's going to stay with OKC or not, because that's where, hey, who knows? He could win one title. Even bringing one title to that city will be good enough for him to leave the Thunder in 2028. So if he can deliver them even one title, I mean, what say he's like, oh, you know what? I feel great. I did what I could here. Now I can go win a title for the Raptors now. My home city. Actually, it's Hamilton's his home city, but Hamilton doesn't have a basketball team, so you could say the Raptors are there. So I really, people can call me crazy, Sarah. You can call me crazy, but listen, there is a 50-50 chance that Shai in 2028, it's far away from now, will become a Toronto Raptor. So I think it will happen. I really, really think. I'm leaning towards, like, I'll go even insane, leaning towards 85% chance he's going to become a Raptor in the future. So yeah,
that's fair. And when he does become a Raptor, do you think he will be the reason why they win a championship again, or do you think they're gonna have to pull other people in to help him at that point in 2028 to win a championship?
You know what? He will be the main focal point, where he's going to have players. Here's the thing, Sarah, about this. They already have the pieces. They got his buddy RJ on the team. Emmanuel quickly is coming on strong as the starting point guard for the Raptors. And, of course, they got Kelly Olynyk, and then they got other great pieces around the young players around Raptors right now. Oh, how do you forget Scotty Barnes? Scotty Barnes still young. Damn, how did I forget him? I'm an idiot.
You forget Scotty. Come on, Tommy.
Mr. Subway commercial. I believe Scotty. So you put Shai and Scotty, it's like 1A and 1B right there.
But do you think Scotty stays in Toronto until basically 2029, because you're only going to get SGA until 2028?
That's a great question, Sarah. That's why I love you as our moderator. But I think that's why they got to bring in SGA in 2028 or even before that. Like, it could happen.
I think they would have to do a trade for him earlier, because I don't see Scotty staying in Toronto that long.
I think, you know what? They have a very good point, Sarah. But I believe Scotty will stay longer, because, I mean, he didn't have to sign that extension for the Raptors before, right? He's from. Oh, sorry.
Extension until now?
I think I think you're right. I think it's still 2029. I'll check that out. But like, I think Scotty did not have to sign that that extension after his rookie contract came up. If he really wanted to leave, he's from Florida, for crying out loud.
We need a brief pause because my puppy is about to take out my blinds. Everyone, let's just meet him what we can. This is Sonic. He's an 8-week-old corgi. He's a little monster when he has energy. Ow.
Hey, Sonic.
That's who you've
Sarah's
heard in the
new baby. Sarah's new baby, guys.
And he's
Anyways, continuing on. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry, guys. Back to what we were saying. So, do we think SGA is going to retire at OKC, or would you prefer him to retire at the Raptors?
I truly believe it or not, Sarah, I truly believe SGA will retire a Raptor. He's going to retire in his home country. No one believed RJ Barrett would play for the Raptors. No one believed Kelly Olynyk would play for the Raptors. They're all Canadians. I truly believe. I'm going to go even farther. This could be another topic. Jamal Murray is going to come along with Shai and retire a Raptor. This guy, Jamal Murray, grew up a Raptors fan. So going back towards SGA, absolutely. If you cheered for your team as a child for so long, and your dream is to one day wear the Raptors red and black, absolutely. I truly believe he's going to come to the Raptors. Yeah. Will he retire with the Thunder? There's a good chance. There's a good chance he loves that city, that community. He can win titles with them. But I truly believe he wants to come right here, Sarah. SGA will come to the Raptors for sure. So I don't see him retiring as a Thunder. I see him retiring a Raptor.
Yeah, I agree with that too, because I think it's all going to depend on how Oklahoma does. I think these next few years will be good for them, but I see them as a team that will probably drop off again after that, because it's the same thing that happened with Kevin Durant. They were great, they were doing so good, and then all of a sudden they plummet and hit a hole, and nobody knows what happened for forever, and now they're doing good again. So it's going to be that same windy roller coaster. They're not a team that's just either steady and can come up, but they don't really go down. They either high and then a big drop low, and then a high and then a big drop low. And it's I can see him staying once they hit that drop. I think he's going to leave right before that drop happens, and hopefully it'll be to Toronto.
Yeah, and then real quickly, one more last thing, sir. That was a great analysis you got there. I totally agree with what you said. I just think, tea time for Sarah and I aren't saying he's going to leave the Thunder. That's how we're saying.
No, we're not. We're not saying he's going to leave the Thunder.
Well, why not make this a little fun? I think it's good to talk about these topics because it makes it fun. Gets us more into the basketball realm of things. And I truly believe, think about guys, if SJ is 4 years from now, he's a free agent. Scotty's still going to be a Raptor. You got RJ, Emmanuel. Like Sarah said, what happened with Kevin Durant and James Harden, Russell Westbrook when they were in OKC Thunder. You do the drop off. SGA sees there's no way this team's going to win any longer. And he could just skip in 2028, sign as a free agent with the Raptors. Scotty will still be on the team. I truly believe RJ and Emmanuel will be on the team unless a big trade happens down the line. It's 4 years from now. I understand. It's 4 years from now. SGA's locked in OKC fan base. So don't worry. We're not saying he's leaving anytime soon. But when the 2028 free agency comes, look out for that, Sarah. Look out for that, Tea Time viewers, because, it could happen. Why would you not want to play for the Raptors when you cheered for them as a kid all your life, And one last tidbit, Sarah. Let's say SJ pulls it off and delivers them one title to OKC Thunder. OKC fan base is happy. They'll be like, you know what? You gave us a title, SGA. Go to Toronto, have fun, go to your hometown team, leave a legacy there. You left a legacy here. Russell Westbrook didn't even win a title for the Thunder, and he's their icon hero right now in OKC. So if he delivers one, I don't know why OKC Thunder fans wouldn't be blessed to say, go ahead, go to Toronto, give them a title now.
Yeah, so. I agree with you. And there we have it, guys.
This is great, Sarah. Oh, I hope we can do more of this.
Yay. Going to be a Raptor one day. We're just going to predict it. We're going to throw that into the universe. We're going to manifest it because we want that for him as a Canadian. We love that. We want to see it. I think we had good discussion on it all. What do you think, Tommy?
I think so too. I think he's destined to be a Raptor, sir. You know how people say, okay, you know how Leaf fans want Connor McDavid to come to Toronto? I don't think that's going to happen. That's a pipe dream. This, Shai coming to the Raptors, it's not a pipe dream. It's not a pipe
I feel like NBA is more realistic solely because that's the only team in the NBA in Canada. When it comes to the NHL, because there's so many NHL teams, I think it's more unrealistic to say a Canadian's going to come back to a Canadian team.
Absolutely. And you know, it's two different stories. McDavid, he's from Toronto, his family's from there. But I mean, it's not it's a pipe dream that's going to happen. Whereas here, Toronto, like you said, Sarah, is the only Canadian team in the NBA, and Shai grew up cheering for them. So absolutely, it's a good chance he's going to come. Good thing to play around, you know, Sarah. It's a great thing to play around. Talk about.
Yeah. And next, Tommy and I are going to start to talk about Formula One.
Oh God, no! You watch Formula One?
I love Formula One. You can be the moderator, and I will just talk.
I don't even know one. Okay, Lewis Hamilton. That's the only guy I know.
Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Alonso, Lance Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen.
Right. When did you become a Formula One?
Daniel Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda.
I'm getting a headache right now listening to this. Anyway, oh my goodness. All right. Maybe we can call it tea time with Sarah.
That we should do Formula One, because Formula One is the up and coming. Well, it's been a really popular sport, but worldwide, it's becoming even more popular. And I love that. It's probably one of the most watched sports in the world because it's worldwide, and they travel to every country, basically every other country. But it's so fun to watch. Like, it's so much better than NASCAR. It's so love it. I love it. That's all I have to say. I love it. And I could go on about it for days.
We're talking about Formula One on the NBA podcast. That's great. Anyway.
Hey, listen. Well, first off, the NBA players are way too big to fit in a Formula One car, because you actually have to be pretty small to fit into a Formula One car. So unfortunately, they could never fit into a Formula One car or drive one because they're way too big. But hey, you never know.
I can sign us off, sir. I just got a headache.
Hey! Well, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to Tea Time with Tommy NBA edition. We had such a blast talking about SGA. We hope he goes to Toronto one day. We'll see if he does. We're praying. We hope he does. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, had fun, and we look forward to having you tune into next time on our next podcast of Tea Time with Tommy NBA edition. We'll have more guests on to talk more and kind of interact, but have a great day. See you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. Take care, guys. Yo.
Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Tommy going on about how an NBA star is just going to make the Raptors win when it's not. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, guys.